'Twas the morning of Christmas, and all through Fox 4, the anchors were hustling with great fun in store. There's gingerbread and candy canes and music galore. A holiday in paradise. Who could ask for much more? On Chris, on Lisa, on Danny and Derek, on Jane, on Lauren, on Shari and Patrick. With stories to tell and lights all aglow, it's time for our Home for the Holidays show.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Fox 4's Home for the Holidays. I'm Chris Shaw.
And I'm Lisa Greenberg. Thank you so much for joining us as we celebrate the holidays here at Fox 4.
We're going to have a lot of fun over the next little bit. We're going to celebrate some of Southwest Florida's most favorite traditions,
as well as introduce you to some very talented kids here in Southwest Florida. And there'll be a little bit of fun with your favorite anchors, right, Chris?
That's right. A lot of fun, I think, so stick around for that. But we're going to start off with some music because I think that's a great way to get started.
Absolutely. And first we're going to introduce you to some very talented kids at Cypress Lake High School. They have an a cappella group called Tag.
Boy, they are so talented, aren't they?
Just incredible, amazing to see.
Yeah, don't go anywhere because we're going to have more from the a cappella group throughout the show. But now we want to get to something that really is a staple for the holidays here in Southwest Florida.
We'll take you to the historical landmark that is all lit up for the season. More on Fox 4's Home for the Holidays coming up after the break.
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching Fox 4's Home for the Holidays special. I'm Lauren Petrelli.
And I'm Dani Beckstrom. And Lauren, this is your first holiday in Southwest Florida.
It is, and I'm actually so excited because there's a lot going on, and I'm so excited to just partake in all of the festivities.
Well, you have to check out this next location. It's a staple in Southwest Florida, especially during the holidays, the Edison and Ford Winter Estate. Here at the Edison and Ford Winter Estates, you're transported back in time. But as Executive Vice President Mike Cosden explains, the holidays bring something extra special.
Yeah, holiday nights is very different than your usual daytime visit. So we're still talking about history, we're still talking about Fort Myers and Florida culture. We're also talking about holiday traditions. So you're gonna see thousands of lights and hundreds of historic holiday decorations. And this year, there's a lot more. It's bigger and brighter than it ever was before, with some modern tweaks that I think Edison and Ford would appreciate if they were here today.
The decorations definitely do not disappoint.
So when you look inside the Edison house today, you're gonna see decorations that would have been popular in the historic period the Edisons and the Fords were here. It's all the way from the Victorian era up through the early 20th century. So you'll see things like Edison string lights, as they're called, all throughout the property strung. You'll also see historic decorations and historic gifts that would have been received underneath the trees. So you can compare to what your kids might have under their tree today.
And no 2 years of the Edison and Ford Winter Estates are the same.
Every year we've got different volunteer groups. This year we had hundreds of volunteers from the community, dozens of different groups get together and decorate different eras. So you'll see signs throughout the property indicating what room or what tree was decorated by what volunteer group. So this is our 43rd year doing the Holiday Night celebration, and every year it's been a little bit different. This year I'm a little biased, but I think it's better than ever and it's more exciting. So every year we do something a little bit different, and it's exciting to see the tweaks and the changes. One of the big things you'll see this year, it's big, literally you can't miss it, is a huge 20-foot tree suspended over where our fountain normally is, right in the middle of our property. It's decorated with all kinds of traditional and modern decorations, and I think it's a really neat change for this year.
And another special addition is taking the decorations to new heights.
Another change that you'll see this year, if you've been here in the past or even just driven by the property in the past and glanced inside, we were able to go higher than ever before on our trees because of a generous sponsor that was able to get us a lift that we could use to go way up in the trees. So you'll see our palm trees are decorated all the way up to the fronds this year. Another new thing we have this year, 2 30-foot tall steel trees. Those are really neat, and they have animated lights on them, so that's one of those contemporary tweaks that I mentioned that we'd love to do more of going forward.
No matter if it's your first time or your 50th, you can always find something new at holiday nights at the Edison and Ford Winter Estates.
Dani, that place, it was just beautiful, and I'm such a Christmas fan. You know this. It looks like the perfect place to spend time this holiday season.
Absolutely, and you can enjoy their holiday nights for a few more evenings. The Edison and Ford Winter Estates finish up their holiday nights December 26th through the 30th, 5:30 to 9 o'clock, and stick around for more from the Edison and Ford homes.
But first, there's nothing wrong with a little competition around the holidays.
Not
right?
at all, especially when your Fox 4 anchor teams are involved. Up next, it's the head-to-head gingerbread house building competition that you have to see to believe. There's more Fox 4 Home for the Holidays when we come back.
Welcome back to Fox 4's Home for the Holidays special. I'm Shari Armstrong. You know the holidays are all about family, and here at Fox 4, from Patrick to Lisa to Derek to Eric, we are a family. And what better way to build family than a little competition, like maybe say who's got the best skills in building a gingerbread house. Your mission
is to build the best gingerbread house in Fox 4.
Easy.
Okay.
All right, Chris, you're a guiding light, so why don't you read the criteria?
Criteria. You will have 30 minutes to complete your task. You may only use the objects and tools on the table. Your gingerbread house will be judged on the following, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest: stability, creativity, and overall look.
Okay.
All right, ready to knock this out?
Hands in. Morning news on 3. 1, 2, 3. Morning
Morning
news.
news.
Oh, the color.
And this is a roof. This is a heavy roof.
The commissioner has handed us a blow dryer. Do
Okay.
you think that'll help or just melt it?
Don't tell Nightside that we got a blow dryer.
Let this be so much better than the morning teams. Like
Yes.
humiliatingly
Yes,
better.
that's
wish we
great.
Wish we
Yeah.
could see theirs.
Oh.
No, we can't.
Gingerbread.
Can I eat this?
Yeah, go for it.
Candy day. This is the best use of my time.
It's going to be fascinating TV.
Lauren! Yay!
Our secret
weapon here.
Help us. All right.
It's a good thing we're not being judged on overall look.
Never heard that before.
At least we're not being judged on creativity.
Wait, what are we judged on?
Stability, creativity, and overall
look.
And
Okay.
congeniality.
Not the 4!
Hey, hello, I'm missing.
Here, get the ginger.
Part of my body.
I got.
Five. Get the camera ready.
Just hold it up. Okay, quick.
Hands
Take
off.
a picture now.
Those houses look pretty good. So now the question is, who will win? Well, our very own news director, Sarah Zach, is up for the judging task.
This was an extraterrestrial situation.
And then they made this house, and it became like the party house where Will Ferrell went to play, go back
We're
to
in
school.
old school.
And that's why, well, he put his friend up there.
This guy's not going anywhere. Even all those little candies. Stability, 10. Creativity, 9. Overall look, 6.
I would really like for you to
Those
describe.
are not her intestines, and this is not a gurney.
Well, don't move it. Don't move it. Let
Sunbathing.
Sarah move to it.
Bikini. These are palm trees.
Oh, the palm trees are very
This is her
creative.
cabana boy,
That's the cabana.
That's adorable.
and it's apparently Fox 4.
Stability, 8. Creativity, 8. And for overall look, also an 8.
There you have it. The evening team won by 1 point. But let's be honest, both teams did a great job. Stick around because we have some talented teens ready to showcase their skills. More Fox 4's Home for the Holidays after the break.
Welcome back to Fox 4's Home for the Holidays. I'm Patrick Nolan.
And I'm Jane Monreal. You were just listening to the talented a cappella group Tag from Cypress Lake High School.
They are so full of talent at that school.
good.
My gosh, they've got so many artists, singers, even dancers. I've shown them a few things over the years.
I like that move.
Yeah.
They do have a dance department, actually. So much young talent at Cypress Lake High School. The dance department's going to perform a scene now from The Nutcracker. So beautiful. Those dancers worked hard. That dance department at Cypress Lake High School have about 85 full-time members. About a dozen of those teens are going to a dance program in college this year.
We are so proud of them. You're making the community proud. We thank all the parents for supporting them along the way and paying for that support. We know that that's a big challenge, and we're not done with those awesome students at Cypress Lake High School. They're going to have another performance of the Nutcracker for us coming up later in the special.
Now, high school, not the only school that owns some talent in the area. Middle school students have some talent as well.
That's right. Now get your ears ready. I mean, you can look too, but get your ears ready for the choir from Three Oaks Middle School. Take it away, kids.
Sing my song.
Oh, Christmas songs, they just make you feel so good. And there are so many talented kids here around Southwest Florida. Three Oaks Middle School, a choir there. We're going to hear more from them.
We love to showcase the talent in our area, not just the kids in the community. We've got some talented adults, including one of our very own, Jane Monreal.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Going to honor us with the gift of song coming up a little bit later as she takes to the mic right here on Fox 4 Home for the Holidays.
We're back to Fox 4's Home for the Holiday special. I'm Derek Beasley. Now, Patrick, did you know that we have some hidden talents here at Fox 4?
Yes, but I don't want to talk about it right now because I don't want you embarrassing me. But yeah, I've got a lot of talent. Hidden.
Yeah, yes, we know that you're talented, Patrick, but I'm actually talking about Jane. Did you know that?
Is this when she sings? Is this the part where she sings?
Yes, she actually does, and believe it or not, she's got a little special for us. Here's Fox 4's Jane Monreal singing the Christmas song.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loading lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas They know that Santa's on his way. He's loading lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you.
Nice job, Jane. Now you see why we call her the Mariah of Cape
Of
Coral.
course,
I know.
yes.
So, and we also want to thank the Westin Cape Coral at Marina Village. They lent us that beautiful backdrop, that location. So thanks for lending us your lobby. It was awesome. A lot nicer than Fox Forest.
Let's get right over to the dance students over at Cypress Lake High School from another scene from the Nutcracker.
Excellent performance. Woo! From the
Good stuff,
dance
yeah.
students, at Cypress Lake High School. Go Panthers! And we've got more fun coming up. We're not done with this.
After the break, we head back to the Edison and Ford Winter Estates to see how the Ford family really came to call Southwest Florida home. More Fox 4 Home for the Holidays when we return.
Welcome back to Fox 4's Home for the Holidays special. Now, I promised you more lights, more decorations, Lauren, because I know you're a big fan of the holidays.
Oh, I am. You've been to my house. You know it's true. But Southwest Florida also just has great history here.
They do, and I know that you're one of the few that could probably give this next location a run for their money. We're going to take you back to the Edison and Ford Winter Estates to see more of their holiday nights. After gazing at the Edison's home during the holiday nights, just steps away is Henry Ford's home.
Our Henry Ford purchased in 1916, right next to his friend and neighbor, Thomas Edison. If you were to go inside the Ford house right now, you'd see historic holiday decorations like natural elements, like using things like pine garlands and berries, things like that to decorate the home. And that was very popular in the Victorian era. The home itself is very different. Architecturally speaking, it's more of a craftsman-style bungalow, and it was built several decades later than the Edison home, so you can see some more modern conveniences in the Ford house.
And when you visit the Ford's home, of course, there has to be a garage.
Very appropriate, we're standing right in front of a garage filled with several Ford vehicles. Thomas Edison and Henry Ford met in the 1890s, and Ford actually worked for one of Edison's companies, the Detroit Edison Illuminating Company. He worked his way up to the chief engineer, got an opportunity to meet Edison in person, and there he showed him an idea he had for a vehicle called the quadricycle, a really simple gas-powered vehicle. And Edison encouraged him. He was one of his early backers, told him he should go out and try and invent it. And Ford did. He started 3 automobile companies. The Ford Motor Company was the 3rd. And throughout the whole process, Edison and Ford remained in contact and became great friends in the 19-teens.
And not only can you soak up some history, but also check out a contemporary attraction that has been a recent fan favorite.
Yeah, so right behind me is Liquid Fireworks by WALTZ Waters. This is a Cape Coral-based company. They do shows all over the world, and you can see it's a water show lit by electric lights, and it's all set to music. This year, Liquid Fireworks created an all-new show for us by making a new medley of Christmas songs and classical music. So it's a really neat component to this event, and it's the 3rd year running that they've partnered with us. It's a totally unique show this year.
There's always something new at holiday nights at the Edison and Ford Winter Estates.
That is so cool, and I really love the waltzing waters. I have to check that out when I go there.
Well, remember, you can enjoy the holiday nights for a few more evenings. The Edison and Ford Winter Estates finish up their holiday nights December 26th through the 30th, 5:30 to 9 o'clock. Now, Lauren, holiday nights has become a bit of a tradition for a lot of families here in Southwest Florida.
Oh, I could definitely see that. I actually think I want to make it a tradition for me now.
Invite me.
Oh, of course. Who else would I bring? But I do think that a lot of our family members here at Fox 4 have their own holiday traditions, which are really special, and we want to share some of them with you.
The Grinch has to be my favorite movie. It was when they pulled out that x-ray to see the size of the Grinch's heart, and it was a teeny tiny little heart, but then at the end of the movie, when they did it again, you could see his heart just exploding.
When I was a kid, and even now, I'm still into model trains, and so when I was a kid, I remember flipping through the Sears and the JCPenney wish book. I would pick out which one I wanted and hope it was under the tree by Christmas morning.
We usually celebrate Christmas Eve, and it's usually a long day ending with midnight mass. So after church, everybody wants to get comfortable. Well, it's once a year that I wear these strawberry shortcake pajama pants, and that's when everybody knows it's time to open the presents.
I love how our family breaks up Christmas presents. We start with Santa presents in the morning, which morning for us is like 11 a.m. I come from a long line of not morning people, and then around lunch we do stockings, and then at night we exchange family presents. So it kind of helps Christmas last all day long.
Christmas Eve is huge at the Petrelli household. We actually do the Feast of 7 Fish. My brother and dad totally take over in the kitchen, so my mom and I are usually the ones that are stuck wrapping the presents.
Our favorite movie is Christmas Vacation. We have a lot of lights on our lanai Christmas lights, and they're really bright, probably too bright, and it always reminds us of that one scene. And so one thing that we always say to ourselves and our family is, Clark, are we at the airport?
Growing up, my family celebrated Christmas and Kwanzaa, and one of my favorite memories was before we would ever open gifts, we would go to the local Catholic church down the street right there in Lehigh and serve Christmas dinner to families in need. That made my Christmases and Kwanzaas so special.
The first time I ever met Santa was in kindergarten, and I actually dug up a note that I wrote to him as a kid. Dear Santa, I hope you can give me a sketch pad for Christmas and a pair of sneakers. Love, Patrick. And to this day, the memories that stick with me most are being surrounded by family and love. And I hope your holidays are too.
Dani, I love this time of the year, and it was so wonderful to just hear all of those great memories.
Heartwarming.
Yeah.
And this is also heartwarming. Coming up, we're going to check out a local organization doing the most good so the kids in our area can have a Merry Christmas. More Fox 4's Home for the Holidays coming up after the break.
Welcome back to Fox 4's Home for the Holidays special. You know, Lisa, this really is the time of the year for giving.
It is, but there's one organization that gives all year round. I'm talking about the Salvation Army.
Doing the most good. That's what the Salvation Army is all about. And this time of year, their Christmas cheer warehouse is filled with surprises. As Major Cheryl Gilliam explains, the angel tree gifts are prepped for distribution.
This is a place where magic happens. The angels have all come in, or they're coming in right now, and behind these curtains there are volunteers that are now packing the bags. When the angels come in, we usually try to make sure that each angel gets at least 4 gifts, major gifts or big gifts, and then some stocking stuffers, and of course a huge teddy bear or stuffed animal that we receive from Toys for Tots. And so each angel will receive a really good Christmas this year.
And these deserving families or angels are touched by the outpour of generosity from the community.
It's an amazing experience. When the families come, we've had, just some wonderful expressions of emotion that happen during this time, especially if they've asked for a certain thing and they happen to get it. They're not guaranteed to get what they've asked for, but if they've asked for a bike and they happen to get one this Christmas, sometimes the parents are just overwhelmed with gratitude, and we've seen tears, we've had hugs, we exchange hugs. It's a very loving place here on Distribution Day. We make it so that it's it's a warm atmosphere where we have cookies and hot cocoa that we serve. Our volunteers are just hospitable and making the clients just feel at home.
Feeling at home, and the Salvation Army couldn't do this event without help.
Because it's not just the Salvation Army, it's the army behind the army, it's the volunteers, it's the donors, it's those who give up their time and their resources to make sure that disadvantaged children in our community have a wonderful Christmas. And when they sense that a community loves them, it's just overwhelming to them.
And it's not just during the holiday time, it's all year round. The Salvation Army is working for Southwest Florida.
We have shelter for women and children and families. We have a men's rehabilitation program from drug and alcohol abuse. And again, it's our volunteers and our wonderful staff. I can't say enough about our wonderful staff that helps us to accomplish all of this. We also have 5 outreach centers in Lee, Hendry, and Glades counties that are like a first response to emergency situations. So the community can come in and get rent and utility assistance or food during the week. And so it's something that, again, we're trying to meet needs every single day of the year.
And they're always looking for more volunteers every day.
Go to our website, salvationarmyleecounty.org. There's a volunteer tab there, and you can find out the different areas of services that we have.
And the giving of your time comes with its own reward.
It's something very special to see. I'm always awed when I look back there and see how many volunteers we have to pack these bags. People who are giving of their time. This takes time to set up something like this, right? And so it's very special. It gives me a warm feeling in my heart.
Well, we can't say it enough. That's such a great organization, really doing the most good throughout the year.
It is amazing. And if you want to get involved, just head to their website. It is salvationarmyleecounty.org.
Well, that wraps up the Home for the Holidays special here at Fox 4.
Thank you so much for spending your Christmas morning with us.
From our families to yours, have a good holiday and a happy new year.